What is your vision of an ideal Filipino society?
Syudad. Safe.
Peaceful.
Siyempre malinong.
Madulang kurap.
Clean.
Peaceful and caring community.
Wala homeless.
Ano nga pamangkot man?
Kung ano wala no ang imo ginapangita sa isa ka ideal nga sosyedad.
Syudad. Siyempre malinong. Tawhay bla ka wala damo.
For me, an ideal society is a society where nobody is being exploited by other people. No? Meaning that everybody should be free to explore opportunities without the risk of being exploited and being trafficked.
Mga kayuhan sa gobyerno, madulang kurap, mga bad people na feeling Diyos sila. Dapat makakabalo sila makisama sa kayuhan, hindi kayo sa patatas pride. Tapos ang mga addict sabay pa nga magbago tanan. Iwato nilang nila kay kadamo pa gahulat nga palabuton na kayuhan.
As an NGO worker, as the executive director of this Bacolod Girls Home, the vision was yet 67 years ago that peaceful and caring communities here in the now Negros Island region, that we have girls, the young girls who are not molested, orphaned, abandoned, and there is no abused girls that we have to care for their education.
Bisa na daw yung masabat la. Why ka? Why kita ang gusto mo nga sa isa ka sosyedad?
My dreams for our society is we have a clean governance, clean city, of course, sports for youth, enable for them to not to take drugs, and hopefully we have a zero crime rate in our city as well.
Siyempre, wala mga adikto eh. Para makalagaw-lagaw ka kung gabi lang na doon ka okay lang. Na miski gabi na, miski ako lang yung galakad sa dalan, doon himpos ka ng galakaw, diba? Ano kang mga question?
Ano lang?
O tapos ang bata ko wala maglagaw-lagaw, wala mo siya makulbaan. Kaya mo yung grade 5 na, wala na sa bala gagwa, miski magtabok lang sa dalan. Kay wala niya siya inaanad. Gapa, pa lang sa sakon. Kung gusto niya mama, sabi ko, hindi na ko kalagaw-lagaw. Dahil lang miski wala siya kung upod. Sabi ko, pwede basta hindi lang sa may dalan, dito lang ka sa likod
Gusto lang mo kung sa Hindi lang wala mga atik. Wala matindo na.
First, you have to really put that in context, because the question of a society in the eyes of the church is nothing more than what is envisioned in many of the constitutions of the governments around the world. Because the church is not something that is a super body that looks into whether these societies are what is it in their criteria, but rather it envisions a society that is just, humane, and likewise that is under the guidance of the Lord or the Almighty God, as many in the constitutions put it. So it is something that actually promotes the rights of people, and that makes them become more human in order to reach their goals, in order to reach their dreams. And that for me, as a member of the church, what a society should be.
If it is to be really ideal, it can never be real, but at least we can approximate it. But if we talk about ideal societies, it's a society where the people really fear God, respect each other, free from crime, where nobody is homeless or jobless. That is the ideal society.
And of course, I can contribute by sharing my knowledge on how people are being exploited, so that they will be aware about human trafficking, and of course organizing the youth, especially students who are vulnerable to human trafficking and exploitation. So that's what Bisayan Forum Foundation is being organized to focus on the most vulnerable people to human trafficking and exploitation.
As a simple person, you have to follow the rules of our city, especially if we have laws. So we have to follow every single law that we have, and of course, to contribute to our society, and myself, I need to follow as well.
How we can contribute? Then do our utmost to be an asset to the society rather than a liability thereof. Maybe as a child, be an obedient child to your parents. As a student, study well and graduate your course with flying colors. As a citizen, then participate in government activities like election, but participate responsibly and intelligently. Which means you should really filter correctly your choices during electoral exercises. And then pay your taxes. Then avoid places that are not conducive to moral, spiritual, and physical development. And then, if you become a public official, do your utmost with your people as your objective, free from any tint of corruption, so that every resource of the government can be utilized and maximized for the welfare of our people.
Street beggars, hungry people, sick people, drug people, and all the other bad stuff people are now in state. Is this kind of society we want to have? In this present earth of ours, there is a need for the betterment of our world. Of course, we all want to have a perfect society, but how can we achieve it? How can one actually help in making our world or country a better place to live in? Can these even be achieved? What possible actions can we ourselves do to make this possible?
A society cannot prosper when unity is not present. With unity, you can act as one body to have a much stronger bond, thus making a successful goal. As a concrete example of acting on our ideal society, I can say that a simple act as helping others together, we can make our society better. A room full of dirt can't be cleaned in a short time when only one person is cleaning it. It needs more than one person to accomplish the job faster. Through unity, you can achieve more in the progression of the society. When everybody teams up, we can achieve our goal.
Well, of course, the government would not work properly when the citizens know that the government officials they voted for are dishonest. Who would want that to happen? As everyone says, honesty is the only best policy. That saying indeed is further expounded in real life. Every one of us doesn't want to be cheated on. We want the truth and nothing but the truth. Being an honest government official, you can perform tasks which are very more likely to lead people to support you more in the projects to come. People will basically have your back because they trust that you would lead them to a right path. Through honesty, you can perform better as an official, but you can also help the society even if you're not a government official. Also, through honesty, you can do things without fear of being guilty.
The society will fall apart when there is no love. How can you push through with being honest and united when you yourself do not care about others in your society? How can you make decisions that are for the best of everyone? This trait will also help in being a more effective citizen in your society. By loving, actions like helping others can be of great importance to a society. When picking up trash in some area, that's already a small step towards progression. But what's more effective is when we unite. Loving is caring. Caring will result to actions for the betterment of the society.
As quoted from one of the leaders of our church, things of great importance take time. We need to be patient in the journey of marching towards our goal and must never give up in order for us to attain it. We must always look up to the prize to which we are working hard for. By that, we get inspired and juiced up in energy to perform our duties and responsibilities as citizens of our society and work even harder for the goal to be attained.